The following 2 minutes and 13 of footage that you are about to watch was clipped by me on December 27, 2023 at around 5 o'clock 59 a.m. Eastern Time. If you have any footage on your YouTube channel that you would like me to showcase onto my series with your permission provided in direct messages, you can do so by adding me on Discord with the user and tag provided on your screen. You can also add me regardless at your wish. Hello everyone, this is King Vector 11 and welcome back to another Modders Caught series episode. This series is brought to you especially targeting newer or innocent players of GTA Online by me to show you how bad modding can get and has gotten in GTA Online to this day and beyond, to warn you of what you could be facing in public lobbies on the PC platform with a visual proof I have to showcase to you in this series. If you'd like to know more information in regards to how bad or how much worse modding can get or has gotten, or to simply even know how I format these videos, you can check out this part 1 rant video, link will be in the description. Even after the release of the BattlEye anti-cheat for PC players on September 17, 2024, mod menu developers have quickly found many bypasses thanks to the help of Rockstar, such as the following you see on your screen being some of the examples used to allow their own consumers to continue publicly modding online, in most but not all cases undetected. More information on this can be found in part 2 of my modding rant video, link will also be in the description below. Recently, in February 2025, I have even come across proof that Rockstar had sold their full GTA 5 source code to the wrong hands, who would then sell it to the public, including mod menu developers aka cheat makers, which in turn would share their profits with Rockstar for them to turn a blind eye. That is how we are getting more RCE attacks in GTA Online, and different ways modders can boot you off your game, or worse, your internet. The price for the full GTA 5 source code sold for about 7,000 euros. In the meanwhile, Take-Two Interactive is also doing anything they can in their power to choose which mod menus must be taken down, such as YIM menu for illegally obtained and reverse engineered GTA 5 source codes, and likely other mod menus to follow after BattlEye's implementation, such as 2Take1, Chirax, Frontier, Lightning X, Terror, Gideon's Nightmare, as just some few examples. At least that's what Take-Two Interactive and or these mentioned mod menus and their developers would like us to believe. However, they're not doing anything against other mod menus specifically stand for these reasons. Does this mean Take-Two is illicitly doing business with select mod menu developers and turning a blind eye when paid enough in these illicit business dealings? Someone had even reached out to me in private on March 31st, 2025 that there are mod menus still actively updating for the PC enhanced version through mod menus like Chirax Enhanced and Lexus V9. Makes me wonder how that is possible without any form of aid from Take-Two. I even have other proof of how Rockstar supports modding from people who had reached out to me, such as from a friend I had known since 2020 who had never modded since until he had been fed up of being crashed to desktop over 20 times a day, so he got himself an alt account to use mods on for the intentions of protections from being crashed. According to him, his modded account had never seen a punishment in its lifetime. However, his main account, in which he never uses mods on, had been oddly suspended for not using mods in its lifetime. Someone else had reached out to me earlier in this series that they joined a crew of grinders to give and get help making money in levels. At some point, when they had taken a break from the game for 2 weeks, they got an email that they were banned from the game. During that year, the crew they were part of was attacked by malicious hackers, and those modders have yet to receive any punishment from Rockstar. As a result of this publicly disclosed research and information I have discovered and found that I am willing to provide to you in every intro of this series, I'm throwing both Rockstar and Take-Two under the bus for the continuation of modding in GTA Online, and as selective favoritism in modding still continues to this day, then I select the choice to continue this series. So stay tuned to find out what could happen to you as an innocent player, and be safe when crossing paths or boundaries with any modder, because you will never know the risk you put yourself in until it is too late and you are suspended, banned, or endlessly stalked by a modder. Remember, this series isn't about the examples of modders used, it's about Take-Two's selective favoritism in modding, and how they still continue to allow modding to this day and beyond. And I'm on to you, Take-Two. to move into the show. You may hear that I may sound different, but obviously very recently I had done some minor vocal damage, I guess, so it may probably repair itself over the next couple of days. It's been like this for 2 days. I haven't caught anything, it's just something I know what I've done, but it's gonna take its time to fix itself, so I may sound different or deeper. Anyways, the context of how I came across this modder. I was of course playing with one of those friends that I've mentioned near the beginning of this video who had not used a mod menu on his account, and I was playing some GTA with him. We were in an organization talking privately when of course this modder has exposed himself to be the one who could see all text messages, not to read all chat, but could read all the chats going on in the session, including from organization. Now that's an interesting catch, I must say so, correct? Well, here is basically all the proof that I've already explained to you in context and who this modder really is, though I don't know if I should really consider their intentions to be anything that I typically state. However, they are annoyed at their own mistake, I would have to say at the very least, because they shouldn't have gotten themselves a mod menu that could read every single chat going on in the session if they didn't want to see any chats going on in the session without having to provoke some form of toxicity. In the end though, here is the full footage that I have to showcase to you in this episode. That's cool. You go with Wendy, yeah. Nice. You're working at Wendy's. Nice. Slice. Nice. Stop yapping. Nice. Buzz up. Having a private convo, buzz up. Huh. Yeah. But I think they gave away. I think they gave away the fact that they actually saw our chat, and that's... I love that. Also, as a quick note, I had forgotten to mention that the box that you see on the top left was just to hide any Discord members that were revealed through Discord overlay at the time of the clip. So I had masked everyone's identities, including myself, for obvious reasons. In the end, I may or may not sound much more different than typical between the clip that you've watched and the voice that I have now. Unfortunately, I've done some minor vocal damage. Like I said, I was, long story short, screaming through the top of my throat for safe reasons, for not like any drastic terrible reasons. Unfortunately, I had no choice to do so. But in the end, it may have kind of done some minor damage. I can't really hit a specific note without my voice either going silent or it's scratching terribly, so this is unfortunately my new vocal average that I use speaking now. In the end, though, for those who are serious enough, regardless of whatever voice I have to make a series like this, whoever's interested in staying serious and understanding the concept of the issues at hand going on in GTA Online that could possibly even carry into GTA 6 Online if Rockstar ever does make that game mode coming out whenever they do so. I hope you guys definitely found this video informative of anything new you may have wanted or needed to know about, or that you probably didn't know existed and are actually informed of something that you never thought was a thing. And it is. Even I was shocked at the time when that person was actually telling us to stop yapping. It felt there wasn't even any voice chat going on at the time, which I accidentally had on, unfortunately, during that time, because I just wanted to try it out. I was like, oh hey, there's voice chat, and yeah. But at that time, there was no voice chat going on, so we were using organization chat, and that's quite an interesting giveaway, I must say so myself. At the end of the day, though, a modder is a modder, and no matter who they are, they're always going to be used as an example to what Take-Two or Rockstar supports, and it is quite interesting that something like that actually exists. Believe it or not, here's the footage of it, okay? It's undeniable. I witnessed it myself, and I'm showing it to you. In the end, though, I hope you guys understand my intentions for why I make my introduction, for what I'm showcasing to you, and especially why my voice is the way it sounds now. It's probably gonna go back to normal, as my usual normal, in like a couple of weeks or so. By the way, I do not take anything, and I didn't even go through surgery. I do not go through surgery. That is my natural voice of who I was born with. It's an image of God, how he imaged me to be in life. So I'm sorry, I was born with that, if you want to judge it. So yeah, judge it all you like, but guess what, I do not want to even know who you are. In the end, though, like I said, to those who are serious enough and actually respect me and respect my intentions for this series, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. But for the rest of this video, I'm going to be going over some comments of the previous episode. Thankfully, all of them that I have gotten were pretty good. So let's get through that right now. Of course, if you wish to look away and you don't want to read the comments with me, that's totally your choice. You can look away as of now if you wish, but if you want to stay tuned for the rest of this video, you've been warned. I'll be going over the comments of the previous episode, as I said in my disclaimer that I would. So without further ado, let me get right into that right now. So obviously, here's where I showcase on the complete top of this second page of my disclaimer that I showcase that the fact that I'll be showing comments. So thankfully, good news. I don't really have to hide anyone or mask anyone or throw anyone into the shadow realm, as this person would typically like to state, of course, one of my more valuable members of the community, where he saw the episode of my last one where he saw the title being the fact that it was 100% a modder with 0% GTA experiences. So he's just like, this is gonna be a good episode. So of course I responded like, hope you enjoy. But in the end, when I did upload that episode, YouTube at that time was going through the shitter. Unfortunately, I do not know how catastrophic they were throwing themselves into bullshit, but their service was so terrible. I had to constantly try to keep re-uploading that video 17 times all night because it refused to either process into HD or it refused to check, which obviously I can't proceed to the next tab if it hasn't officially finished checking for any errors or any copyrights or any, you know, things that it has to check, as their services typically do. So I had to constantly keep leaving into draft and seeing if I try re-uploading it again, if it's going to finally go through it. Of course, either went through checking and I still couldn't proceed, or if I did proceed, the video would just not look good and would remain at 140p. Good luck trying to watch things at 140p nowadays. The best I can do through recordings is 1080p, but of course, like I keep saying to myself, I need a better PC if I want to do it in better quality without my CPU skipping frames through encoding lag, because it is coming to that point, or it is getting to that age. since I've had this PC anyways for 10 years. I didn't even change the thermal paste once since then. I'm surprised this thing is still running, that the performance is running, so it's freaking, it's my last resort to anything that I really need to, but it's definitely needs an upgrade, I'll say that at the very least. But in the end, I'm still proud of it. But at the end of the day, I can't really upgrade my stuff, system, whatever, without your guys' support. Your support definitely helps, of course, the channel make some form of revenue, even if it's just a little bit. But the little support here and there, even if you play my videos in the background, it's totally up to you. As long as YouTube knows my content's being watched, you don't even have to watch it. And of course, the support is not forced, but it is always welcome. So if you guys actually are willing to do that, I would be speechless. I'd be happy for that. In the end, though, those are YouTube issues, in which is progressively getting worse and worse as the weeks progress. I don't know what the heck is going on YouTube, but if you're watching this point, YouTube, please let yourselves know that your service is breaking badly. I can't even scroll through YouTube Studio for like one scroll too many without the thing just catastrophically failing and not loading anything anymore. I have to refresh the whole page. Like, I mean, come on, how bad does I have to run where I can't even flip between YouTube Studio videos, or as of the third video I tried to look at this description, it would be at a terrible performance. I don't know if anyone else is facing an issue, but come on, YouTube, fix your shit, please. Just fucking fix it. Stop being lazy. Just stop relying on your bots to do the work for you. They're doing nothing. So unfortunately, that's why I had to message. But of course, I think what they said from the silence I've gotten anyways, that nothing terrible has happened, thankfully. But in the end, the video is still up there. So at least like a day later, it finally fully checked and uploaded and put it in HD. So I was grateful for that. But going through the rest of the comments, they were just messaging a little bit of his reactions through what he was seeing through the video, especially through the comments. So in the end, thank you for your comment as well. I definitely appreciate it. Of course, I responded the last 4 comments in chronological order of what he sent after my first reply, but that's all he really spoke about. Moving on to the next comments, of course, this dude looks pretty cool anyways, I'm gonna say that at the very least. He's like, dude, fuck yes, let's get this shit going. Every modded account is about to be trashed. I don't know how Xbox even allows these losers on Xbox Live, let alone to GTA servers. Man, it's just episode 172, and honestly, with the amount of fame this series is getting, Rockstar isn't gonna do anything about these modders. Actually, they kind of did something, but they haven't done enough of it to make a huge impact. They added BattlEye finally, because I exposed too many modders, and Rockstar's like, oh yeah, shit, we kind of have cheaters on our game, right? Let's give them an anti-cheat. I'm going to heavily rely on the fact that this series exists is why they finally implemented BattlEye. But the thing is, they didn't think that I would look at their patch notes, but they made that command to BattlEye to keep it disabled if someone requires a third-party launcher to run GTA Online. And that's what I found fucking stupid. Like, Rockstar thinks I'm stupid and I didn't see that, but guess what, Rockstar? I'm on to you. You still allow modding. Anyways, I thank this dude very much for his comments. Of course, he definitely agrees with my motives. Maybe he's an old member, maybe he's a new member, I have no idea, but still I appreciate the fact that they support my motives and intentions to speaking against modding in GTA Online. It could have been any game I could have spoken against cheating, but because GTA is the game that I grew up with since before I even started going to school for the first day of my life, I was already enjoying GTA 3, like binge playing it day to day. And I don't like seeing that game fail. I don't like seeing Rockstar fail, but it's like Rockstar just wants to fail because they're not doing anything about modding, and they're doing anything they could to make GTA Online progressively worse and worse by doing less about it. And I'm and I have a strong feeling that's the kind of energy that's going to carry into GTA 6 and the future GTAs after that, where the games may start looking good, as they typically would do. Every game, the way they've done with all the quality hardware that they have to develop these games, it always looked good since day one, in my honest opinion. Like, GTA 3 may look like basic to people, but it still has an impact that's enjoyable, it's still good. But now we have, like, GTA 5 that's like, oh my gosh, it feels more realistic. GTA 6 might look even more beautiful, but the quality of how it runs feels like it's getting worse, in my opinion. That's just how I see it as. That's why I always stick to the classic GTAs, because those ones, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, they had the most impact on our lives. And just seeing that happen to GTA's history, how it's taking an all-time downhill spiral, it offends me. That's why I'm trying my best to speak against what is really making the game worse, in hopes that it might motivate Rockstar to doing something good, because it seems as though they're not trying anymore. And that's Rockstar who's developing GTA 6 right now. Their management sucks. Fire someone who's just lacking already, man. Like, get someone who's actually gonna kick butts and freaking actually make quality games, and not have GTA 7 last through GTA 6's 20th year anniversary before that game's ever gonna release or something. Like, come on, that's the way it's gonna look now. In the end, if you read through my comment already, that's totally up to you, but that's all I wanted to say about my motives, about why I'm choosing to make a series on this game than anything else. I truly enjoy Rockstar's series itself. It's just their quality is dipping because of how lazy they're becoming, and I just don't respect that. I just wish they did more. Anyways, on to my next comment, the last one by the way, they of course missed the text chat being on PC enhanced. It was so good to make fun of these idiots in the text chat, or even griefers when they can't kill you. I totally understand how you feel doing. I'm not that kind of person, but I kind of watched a few videos of that here and there, and it's entertaining to an extent. It's not something I enjoy doing, so that's why I'm not gonna really do something like that. Except maybe expose griefers at some point, which I'm still thinking to this moment how I can recontinue that series. For what intention would I be uploading something like that? I'm still thinking about it. I still have some griefers that I've caught from like a couple of years ago and beyond, but if anyone wants to help me understand what my intentions could be with that, so help me, please let me know. That's totally your choice. I would totally respect that. But in the end, I've even made a video on this, and I explained my opinion, how I believe Rockstar to be, based on their laziness. And, well, their laziness was the fact that they could have probably taken a port from whichever console they liked the most, and they just reported it, copy pasted it onto a PC port, made a few graphics texture enhancements for, people's PCs for their own graphics, since obviously it's more different than console. So they just copy pasted it, add a few graphics enhancements to adjust it between left and right, between select graphics cards, so on and so on, and they just called it the day. They didn't even care to spend an extra couple $100 on labor to add text chat. However, they're still willing to this day to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars an hour on stupid tier 1 Rockstar support bots. Absolute fucking morons they are willing to spend their money on, but a couple $100 to add text chat into GTA PC Enhanced? I mean, come on. Their priorities are so fucked up, man. I'm so fucking done. In the end, though, I'm not going to keep this video any longer than it really should be. That's all I really have to showcase to you in this video. I hope you guys did find this informative, entertaining, enjoyable, whatever. Even if you enjoy my damaged voice, which will repair itself over the next couple of days, slowly but surely, we'll see. Hope you guys did enjoy anything about this or found it entertaining. If you did, like and subscribe, maybe even stay tuned for other content on my channel for those who are interested. The support is always appreciated, never forced though, but it would definitely help me grow my community, grow my channel, and get better equipment to provide much better quality content to you guys, even if it's GTA PC Enhanced. I cannot wait to try to play that game with a better PC, but that dream so far is only looking like a dream, better than a reality, but things could change anytime soon. Thank you guys for watching, and have yourselves a great day. And good luck out there, because you will never know what could happen to you when you play GTA Online. And it may be too late when you do come across the wrong person, and you could either be banned, stalked endlessly, or booted off your internet. And I don't want that to happen to you. That's why I am here, willing to take the bait to showcase to you guys what could happen to you. Good luck out there.